From time to time, we might come across equations that involve brackets. Now, like with algebra, the first thing we need to do is get rid of these brackets. So we need to expand them. Now, this is done in the exact same way that we did with algebra. Okay, so let's have a look at a couple of examples. Now, you notice all of these involve a different arrangement of terms. Okay, which is why when you're coming to practice this in the textbook exercises or the activity sheets, refer back to this video and the specific example that I'm going through for your question. So let's put in our trusty little arrows, okay, so that we can track our thought. 3 times x equals 3x. 3 times positive 5 equals positive 15. Now, I haven't done anything with the 9, so I'm just going to drag that straight down. So I have removed our brackets. So nice and easy. This turns into a two-step equation, pretty much from here on in. Now, I don't want to touch the 3 yet. Okay, I want to get rid of the nice, easy term of the 15. So the opposite of plus 15 is negative 15 or minus 15. What I do to one side, I will do to the other. So 9 minus 15, okay, minus 6. Notice how I'm keeping it in nice straight lines, okay, nice and neat. Okay, these have cancelled out and I didn't do anything with the 3x. Okay, so I'm going to write it out like this. Now, I need to get rid of the 3. Now, I need to get x on its own. So, I know that there's a times or multiplication in between the 3 and the x. So, I know I need to divide it by 3. And I need to divide this side by 3. Okay, so cross it out. X equals negative 6 divided by 3. Okay, now you can do it on a calculator, but by this stage, I'm hoping that we're starting to see the pattern. 6 divided by 3, okay, is 2. Negative 6 divided by 3 is going to be negative 2. Let's substitute it back in. Now, we can write it out, but I'm hoping we're starting to get a little bit more confident. So 3 bracket, now minus 2 plus 5. Remember, you've got to put in the minus sign, okay? Or the whole process, okay, the whole answer will be wrong. And putting in our brackets, just like we had at the beginning of the question. I press equals, that equals 9, that equals 9. This answer is correct, okay? Now, if you still feel more comfortable with actually writing it out underneath, by all means, do that. If you're starting to feel a little bit more confident and you don't think you need to write it out just to double check and you can substitute it straight back into your calculator, do that, okay? Just saves that little bit more time in the test environment. Looking at example 2, now we've got a slightly more complicated version of example 1, where we've got 2 variables over to the right hand side. That's completely fine. We get to ignore them for the time being because we need to get rid of these brackets first. So times, 2 times 3 equals 6. Now 2 times negative y equals negative 2y. Equals, now I didn't do anything on this side, so I just drag it straight down, okay, write it out as it is. Now, this is turned into an equation with variables on both sides. Now remember, I want to collect all my pronumerals over to my left and all my non-pronumerals over to my right. So what's the opposite of plus 4y? Negative 4y. Okay, what I do to one side, I need to do to the other. Now I've got negative 2y, take away 4y. Now because these are like terms, I can ignore the pronumeral for the time being, and I can go minus 2 minus 4, which is equal to negative 6. So negative 6, now we need the y, okay, writing it down. This has been cancelled out, okay, because I've made that 0. I haven't done anything with the 4, I haven't done anything with the 6. So I put them straight down as they're written. So I've got 6 minus 6y equals 4. Now I need to get rid of the 6 and put it over to the right hand side. Plus 6 minus 6. Okay, what you do to one side, you do to the other. That's been cancelled out. 4 minus 6, so we should know that that is negative 2. Okay, and I didn't do anything with the negative 6y, so I'm just going to write that out as it is. Now, in the next step, okay, so it is multiple steps, but at each step we're asking ourselves, what is the opposite operation? Now, -6 times by y, so if it's times by y, I know I need to divide it by -6. And what do I do to one side? I do to the other. So y is going to equal, okay, 1/3, like so. And again, substitute that back in, okay, see if the number on both sides is correct, and then we can say that that is correct. Now coming to the last one, now we've got brackets on both sides. Completely okay. We know how to get rid of these brackets. We're very, very good at that, in fact. We're just going to do that in 2 steps. Okay, so even though it looks a little bit more complicated, it's just duplication of the same process. So don't forget our time signs. 5 times r is 5r. 5 times -3 equals -15. Equals 2 times r equals 2r. 2 times 6 equals 12. So again, okay, looking at that, we've just got an equation with variables on both sides that we can deal with. Let's get rid of our pronumerals from our right side and put them over to our left. So positive 2r, the opposite of that is -2r. And what you do to one side, you do to the other. 5r minus 2r equals 3r. So -15 and 12. See how I just written them down? Okay, dragged them down. I don't need to. I didn't do anything with them, so they simply get rewritten out. Now I need to get rid of my non-pronumeral terms. So plus 15, 3r equals. So cancel that out. 12 plus 15 equals 27. I know that's that needs a division by 3 because it's multiplication. So we should start to see that very quickly. Once you see that pattern, okay, you go, oh yep, that is times. Well, you need to divide it by 3. Okay, this whole process becomes a lot quicker, especially if you know your times tables. 27 divided by 3 equals 9. Again, I substitute it back in and I see if both sides are equal to the same number, and then I can say that that is correct.